Welcome everybody to the channel. I want to thank you for stopping by and watching today's video. You know, one of the things I did to my Corvette Z06 when I first purchased it within the first couple of months is I did change out the exhaust system. Now the exhaust system that comes with these cars is leaps and bounds better than it used to be. So even if you leave it completely stock, it's very aggressive. It's something just a little bit more aggressive than just the stock. I did get rid of the MPP system, which basically means when you're in weather mode or touring mode or eco mode, it kind of really quiets the car down as far as the exhaust. And when you put it into sport or track, it opens up all the valves and, you know, makes it pretty aggressive sounding. Mine, I just wanted to sound mean all the time. So no matter what I'm driving in, it sounds the same. I did a cold start on this and I didn't have the sound on. I didn't have the mic on. So guys, I'm gonna start it up again so you guys can kind of hear it again. It's not gonna be a cold start, so it's not gonna be as in your face, but I'll rev it a couple of times so you can hear it. Always kind of been a Corsa guy. You know, some people have asked, you know, why didn't you go Borla? Just because I've always just had Corsas, the Corsa Extreme system. You know, and with the X pipes and the whole system all together, I've just always been a big fan of it. So guys, let's get this week's video started. Well guys, today I'm trying a little bit of a different camera setup here in the car. I'm actually using one of the GoPro Hero Sessions, the Session, I think they call it the 5, but anyway, it's the newest one. And I hope there's going to be plenty of light in here for you guys. I hope the sound is good. I hope this works because this is a whole lot easier to do this than to hold that big DSLR camera and try to talk to you guys this way. I have my remote, GoPro remote. I've got I've got 3 other cameras on the car, so I can turn not only this camera on and off, but all of those on and off at the same time. But let me know, guys, if this setup seems to be pretty good, if you like videos like this or you don't. I mean, that's the biggest thing with my channel, is I'm trying to find out exactly what kind of content you guys want, but not try to do the same thing over and over. Sometimes where I just talk to you guys in general, just about things that, about Corvettes, about cars, about the drone, because I do have, you know, some new people that are coming into the channel that are, you know, they love drone footage. Love the DJI Mavic Pro, and I want to be able to try to give that experience to everyone. Let's see if we can't turn this thing off in GPSs. Hey Donnie, my brother-in-law just sent me a text, says congrats on the 1K. That's crazy. Now you just need an endorsement. Oops, I'm running this lady off the road over here trying to read a text message on my watch. So Donnie, I appreciate that. Chelsea, Peyton, big time followers down there in Texas. I appreciate you guys watching. Guys, in this video, what I want to talk about is, you know, this month, actually, auto show up in Detroit, and there were some, you know, people that were talking about the ZR1 was going to be unveiled there, and it wasn't. And so now some people are saying it's going to be, I guess, maybe in New York later this summer. But you also got Dodge, who's about to release their Demon. Which is supposed to be their Hellcat on steroids, and I'm sure that's going to come out probably in the Challenger first. It's the way they always do it, and then migrate that into the Charger. One thing that I'm really thinking about doing over the next 6 months is making either an addition or a total change in car. I'm either going to look at going with a ZR1 or keeping this Z06 and getting one of the Chargers with the Demon package on it. My thing is, what I'm really anticipating is what these cars are going to be able to do. Now, of course, I've talked to several of you guys who have been to the Ron Fellows Racing. Maybe you've been to some other ones out there, but that seems to be the premier racing school. And the feedback is like it is an experience. It's a life experience that, you know, many of us who drive these cars, Corvettes, we really have no clue what they're capable of doing. We don't realize what this car is a race car. It's a race car that is insane on the track, but allows you to drive it daily. Average person that drives a Stingray or a Grand Sport or a Z06, or even if you have one of the ZR1s, you know, we never put it through that rigorous challenge that this car demands. Now, you know, I mean, there's been times that I've, you know, went into corners hard with this, going around loops, things like that, and you can just feel this car just, I mean, it's like glued to the street. But again, it's just this class or this school that's a 2-day long process. Sounds like it's just going to be awesome, and I know many of you guys have been to it, and you've told me how it's changed your outlook on the car and so much more that it's capable of doing than what we as, you know, just everyday drivers of this car ever will realize. Back to the two-car situation. I think the big thing is with these cars that are about to be released, if the Demon comes out at 800, 850 horsepower, it's going to be hard for me not to keep just this car and then get one of those cars. And again, I'd want it in the Charger because it's got 4 doors on it. You know, I have a family. You know, I like to be able to take, I'd love to be able to have a car that I could take my 2 sons and my wife out in and just go drive. And, you know, with this car, I can't. I can only take one other person with me. But, you know, if that does have some crazy amount of horsepower to it, then that might be the direction in which I go. So I'll be making videos with this car as well as with the Charger. Where I'm going to be torn is if the ZR1, which is going to come out after the Demon is, what will make the decision for me very easy would be if the ZR1 comes out and it's like 750 horsepower. I mean, if that's all it is, no way am I spending 115 to 125K on a car that's not doing much more than what this car will do. And again, that type of horsepower, I think it's more of a name, saying, you know, I have a Corvette ZR1, you know, that's the baddest of the bad when it comes to Corvettes. Other than just you saying you have one, it's not going to be something that you are going to experience what it can do very often. That's my thought process, guys, on the car. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think, hey, Chuck, you just need to keep the Z06 and don't even worry about the ZR1 regardless of the horsepower, and bring a Charger into the family. You know, and there's some people out there that say, I don't like Dodges. I like all cars in general. You know, I'm not really a Chevy guy, a Ford guy, or whatever, but, you know, I do prefer Chevys, but that doesn't mean that I won't drive a Dodge. But I think Dodge has to prove something in this, and, you know, you've got the Corvette that's up their game on the interior with the Napa leather and the different LZ packages that you can get. You know, last weekend, me and my wife actually stopped at a local Dodge dealership just to check out one of the Charger Hellcats. And when you got in that thing, it seemed like everything was plastic in there. I mean, the dash was some type of hard plastic, or, I mean, it was just, when you got in there, there wasn't an attention to detail like there is that I'm used to in the Corvette Z06, you know. So we'll see what they do with this. I think they have to up their game as far as the cockpit, the interior of that car. Again, yes, it's 707 horsepower off the showroom floor. And that's awesome that a sedan can go that fast. I mean, just crazy fast. But I just don't know if I would buy you know, and I don't know what this Demon's going to come in at. That Hellcat was like $62,000 in the Charger, and it was in the, you know, I think those only come in the RT, or, you know, I'm not real up to, I'm sorry if you're a Charger fan or if you're a Dodge fan, the SRT and all those packages and different things that they have there. I really haven't educated myself enough in knowing what those are. Guys, we're gonna get on the highway here. We got this guy over here. Chevy Malibu. You know, this is considered kind of the Autobahn of our city here. It's called Highway 169. People get on here and go crazy fast. You know, guys, what you're looking at here is kind of the PDR. The performance data recorder. I've done this on some of my other videos where you can actually see, you know, how fast I'm going. You can see my RPMs, what gear I'm in, those types of things. One thing about this particular car is it loves to get in when you get on the highway, this car wants to get the 8th gear so quickly, it's crazy because of the automatic in it, you know, to keep the RPMs down on it. But one thing about it is when you hit it, it downshifts and goes pretty quick. We can get a little bit of an opening here. I'll show you guys how it will go. Again, I usually don't get out on the highways and just, you know, go crazy. You know, I usually, you know, wait till I go to Mexico or something like that, get up on the highway and just, you know, let it go. Which we're coming up to the Mexican border now. I just don't know, you know, how long I'm going to be able to freely go over here because there may be a wall. No, I'm all favor. I'm in favor. I'm in favor of it. I'm in favor of security is what I'm in favor of. Just a punch on it so you can kind of see it react. So you can see how it reacts right there. I mean, it dropped it all the way down into 4th gear on a dime. End of this video, I am going to have all the people who have sent me the picture of their cars or vehicles over the last 2 videos have kind of been, one was about a drone, one was about the 1,000 sub. And so we'll kind of be back to normal again of putting the cars at the end of the video. So what I do is, if you've got a car and I don't care if it's a Corvette or not, I don't care if it's a really cool bass boat, anything with a motor in it, and you want to share it, you just want everybody to see it, send it in to me. The email's in the description below, and we can get that on there. You know, guys, this week I just encourage you to go out and find somebody that you don't know and do something for them. You know, the easiest way to really do that is just, at least once a week, I always buy somebody's lunch. So whether I'm in a drive-through or whether or not I am, inside of a restaurant or something like that, I'll just, pick somebody and buy their lunch. If you happen to be behind me in line, sometimes I'll do that. Sometimes I'm at what we call quick trips here, and they kind of like a convenient gas station that have, just like a gas station on steroids. They have everything. But a lot of times I may be buying a coffee or buying something, and someone in front of me or someone behind me has got a coffee and a donut or something, and I'll just buy. There's something about when things can get through you, things have a tendency to get to you. I'm going to say that again. When things can get through you, things have a tendency to get to you. When you're a blessing to other people, it's amazing how blessings follow you. This is this week's video. If you're stopping by for the first time, I'd be honored if you subscribe to the channel. Come along, have some fun with us, have a fun. We've got a great community here. If you ever have a question about a Corvette or question about cars or drones or anything else, drop a comment. And there's some great people in here that know a whole lot more about Corvettes and drones than I do. And they'll be happy to, if they happen to see that, respond to you. I hope you have a great week. And until the next video, be blessed.
I was too young, and I didn't understand that you